Hello again. Welcome to the second of our Advent videos. Christians believe that God created the world as a beautiful and special place, but people have gone their own way and broken their relationship with God and have spoiled lots of God's handiwork by being selfish and only thinking about themselves. Do you remember from last time we explained that Advent means the arrival of a remarkable person or thing? We thought about how remarkable it was that Jesus came to earth as a tiny, helpless baby. Today we're going to think about the fact that Jesus is remarkable because he came as a rescuer to help mend people's relationship with God. We're going to meet a man who knew the Jewish people had been waiting for a long time for God to send someone to rescue them. So let's go into the book and meet Joseph.
I was quite excited about marrying Mary and starting a family. So you can imagine how I felt when she said she was going to have a baby. And I knew it couldn't have been mine. At first I was completely shocked about it. But then it turned to embarrassment. Because I knew all the people of Nazareth would be talking about it. My Mary was going to have a baby. And we weren't yet married. I made up my mind. I was going to have to break off the engagement. I decided to do it quietly, just between me and her. But I found it really hard to find the right time. Time was running out, so I decided I'll do it the next day, bright and early in the morning, just before I started work in my workshop. I went to bed that night, worrying about how to say it to her. I loved Mary, but I didn't want to upset her. But that night, something strange happened. An angel appeared. I knew it was an angel because he was huge and he was scary, but brilliant light was surrounding him. And angels come from God, you know. The angel somehow knew my name, and he told me not to be afraid of going to marry Mary, and that I should keep the engagement on. Because he said that the baby was going to be a boy, and this boy was to be named Jesus, because he will save the people from their sins. Well, that settled it. This was a message from God himself. When I woke up the next morning, bright and early, I went to go find Mary. Again, bright and early, just before I started work in my workshop. But this time, I was not going to call off the engagement. I suggested that we actually brought the wedding forward, so that we can get married sooner. My wife is carrying God within us, Emmanuel. This baby was going to be special.
Joseph was terrified of the thought of the future. Just like Mary, he faced embarrassment and shame. But instead of walking away and disowning Mary, Joseph had faith that this was part of God's promise to rescue plan for his people. He knew that this baby was going to restore God's kingdom on earth. Now I'm going to say a short prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer, please say Amen at the end. Dear God, thank you that you keep your promises. Thank you that you sent Jesus to rescue us so that we could be friends with you again. Amen.